Vet. Comix Vet.
I've been really excited about this film and looking forward to how it will fit in to this new horror genre of today compared to the slasher genre it was back in the day when it first came out. So, this film is directed by David Gordon Green and in part written by Danny McBride. Yes, that Danny McBride, that comedian, that actor guy who he's pretty funny at times, but here this might not be a place where his talents or his skills really shine. It stars Jamie Lee Curtis reprising her role as Laurie Strode, and she might be the best part about this film. Now, Jamie Lee Curtis, her acting is superb. It's probably the best thing about this film. Now, there are times, there are parts in the film where the story actually gets a little scary, but there's a lot of jump scares. There's a lot of times where it just not with the flow of the film or the story. There's these jokes that pop up and just don't seem like they fit in within that story, within the flow of it. And there's a lot of killing, a lot of gore, a lot of violent deaths, a lot of stuff. There's one part where I can't believe they actually go there. I guess now that it a couple years ago did a similar thing with taking out a young kid. I guess they decided, you know what, we're gonna go ahead and try that too for the shock value, and they definitely do that. So other than that, I mean, Jamie Lee Curtis is the best part about it. She really portrays somebody that you could see is dealing with the things that she went through from the first Halloween when she was in high school and Michael Myers first came back to try to kill her. I feel like that in itself could have been a good movie. Her acting carried it. When the film was away from her character, that's when it just bombed. And it was away from her character a lot, trying to build up like her daughter, her granddaughter, show these podcast folks trying to interview Mike Myers. And it just, the film, it seemed like two different films at times, where when it was with Jamie Lee Curtis, it was really good. It was really good. And you saw how well she carried it. But when it went away from her, it fell apart. They tried to keep you keep you watching with the horrific deaths that it had. And this is definitely back to the slasher films of yesteryear, where, I mean, they show some pretty gruesome stuff. Definitely not for kids. And even though they try to, at times in this film, kind of bring it back to getting the kids of today, sort of like, the teenagers, to watch this film, because it has a lot about the granddaughter and how she's dealing with stuff, just like her mom, which is Laurie Strode's daughter, how she's dealing with stuff. Like, there's a lot of baggage that comes down from Jamie Lee Curtis's character to the daughter, to the granddaughter. And that makes for some interesting dynamics and an interesting story. But generally, it's not as good. Doesn't compare to how good it could be if it was just about Laurie Strode. If they made this, like, in my eyes, after watching this film, I feel like I could have made a better movie if I made a movie just about Laurie Strode and her life after this, dealing with the issues that she got from that first attack and surviving it of Michael Myers. So at the end, I gotta say, this film was rather disappointing. I was kind of feeling hopeful for it. Maybe they would bring it in to fit into the new genre of, a horror movie with good writing, good cinematography, and it just didn't have that. It was one good actor doing her best to carry this film, and really shoddy writing, really inconsistent writing. The plot wasn't that well thought out. It seemed like they just wanted to sort of rush this for this Halloween. And I mean, it will come off okay as a date movie where you want to scare your date into, you know, kind of cuddling up with you and screaming. They do leave some room for a sequel. I'm not going to give any more spoilers. That's basically the extent of where I'm going to go with that. This is probably a film that'll probably be best seen maybe like on demand or something. I wouldn't risk putting money into it to go watch it in theaters to get that whole experience. It doesn't deserve that. It's not that good. So let me know your comments down below. Share your thoughts. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. I'll see you guys next time.
Comix fan. Comix fan.